Well,
the,
trust
the
me.
last thing we need are these alligator shoes coming back to life. That'll completely ruin the vacation, and I'm not letting you embarrass me again in front of Chris.
You want my feet to get eaten off? What kind of fucking
You
wife are you?
selfish bitch.
You're disloyal fucking cunt.
Listen, you know what? No better time to learn how to swim than now. Go ahead, try it out.
Sink or swim.
You'll figure it out.
It's like the Navy.
God,
This is like the
I've been
Navy.
trying to kill you for years. Been poisoning your food.
You're resilient
Doctor
as fuck.
said, yeah, they need to study you. Your liver or something like that.
The-
Superhuman.
The conclusion I've come to is that you do breathe, so you can drown. It's like witches. I know you breathe because when you're asleep, I put the mirror up to your nose. I see the fog coming out.
I've been waiting for those bull tranquilizers to kick in the middle of the night. And just see you suffocate under the weight of that comforter, you know? Nothing. It's just not working. Weighted blankets. Just can't do it. Can't catch a break. Nothing. What's ever going to become a Bob Wagner? What's going to be his life?
Bob Wagner.
I got the ID all
Man.
set up, everything.
I
drive a LeBaron, by the way.
And I am successful.
Yes, very successful. In fact, you're not even my only wife.
You just annoy me the most.
That's it.
Okay, that's what I thought. This is how I remember him. Let me get that. Let me pull it up.
Robert Wagner?
Yeah, this is how I remember him.
Yeah.
On Turner
That's
Classic
down
Movies.
there. Yeah, that's how he is.
This one.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
That's the
the
Robert
one.
Wagner that greets you. Yeah, before the black
That's
and
the
white
Robert
film.
Wagner of your dreams. But this is how he looked the moment his wife went in the water. Because he's worried.
It's like
Aren't we getting away with this?
It's like a Tenchi Muyo scene when something bad happens.
Oh,
They give them that harsh
dunk, dunk.
the underlighting, and their faces are all bloated and disgusting.
He was just preempting the
Oh my
trend
God,
of middle-aged
Robert
men
Wagner.
sticking their phones at their chest
Yeah.
and taking a Facebook profile picture because somebody did that to him right there. That guy's a killer, man.
I hope he uses that on his Facebook.
Oh yeah, he's. I think he's long gone.
Robert Wagner's not dead.
Holy fucking shit!
No.
He's 93.
Yeah.
He's still out there.
Yeah, he's still out there.
There's a
at
murderer
large.
walking
He's
at
still
on
at
our
large.
midst. Look at him.
Yeah,
look
look
how
at
happy he is
him.
with his
Look at
granddaughter.
that. Whose teeth are those?
Please join. Yeah, they ain't his. Please join me in wishing my incredible granddaughter a very happy 11th birthday.
Go
Grandma
fuck
and
yourself,
Grandpa
Robert
love
Wagner. You killed a woman.
Grandma and Grandpa love you.
Is she next?
Did you listen to the bubbles at the surface of
That's
the
right,
Atlantic and
that's
hear "I love you" come out? Because if that's the only way Grandma was able to wish her a happy fucking birthday,
Natalie Wood.
Natalie Wood.
I hope Natalie Wood's a fan page.
We're gonna
comments.
do a deep dive real quick into
Happy
Robert Wagner.
birthday to Robert Wagner's granddaughter.
He is from Detroit, so he's not. He is familiar. He's no stranger to killer.
No stranger
killing.
to getting rid of his problems.
Oh, he knows the right way to get rid of them.
That's right.
Death of Natalie Wood is an entire subsection of this Wikipedia.
Absolutely.
Oh boy.
He's guilty.
Oh
I'm telling you.
boy. On November 29th, 1981,
Yep.
Wood died under mysterious circumstances
Yep.
near, within a mile of, or on the yacht Splendor. While it was, there's a lot of different possibilities. I feel like I'm playing Clue.
This bitch died.
It was within a mile,
Yeah.
on or around, while it was moored near the Isthmus of Santa Catalina Island.
Yeah.
Wood had been on board the Splendor along with Wagner, Christopher Walken, who was co-starring with her in the motion picture Brainstorm,
Yeah.
and Dennis Davern, the Splendor's captain. It has never been explained why Walken's wife, Georgianne, was not present on the trip. So what? So you want to get away from her, probably.
Yeah.
According to Wagner, Wood was not there when he went to bed, and according to his spokesman, he thought Wood had taken off on a small inflatable boat by herself,
Mm-hmm.
as she had done before. Wood's body was found about a mile away from the yacht, while the inflatable boat was found beached nearby.
Mm-hmm.
The autopsy report revealed that Wood had 39 fresh bruises on her body, including an
Oops.
abrasion on her left cheek.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Whoops.
Oh, wait, here we go. Later in his memoir, Pieces of My Heart, which they're getting narrower and narrower,
Yeah.
the arteries. Wagner acknowledged that he had an argument with Wood before she disappeared, but had calmed down and gone to bed. Sure he did. 1980s
I'll
Robert
sleep
Wagner.
real good knowing I don't have to worry about this bitch bothering me anymore.
His hands were so tired from beating her that he finally went to bed.
Check the RW's insignia there. I didn't do it though.
He turned his ring on the inside,
Yeah,
though,
exactly
thankfully,
right.
because he's got that fucking. It's like a
He's got 'em.
stamper.
You know it, yeah.
Right on his
that's his
fucking
seal.
ring.
He's just waiting to
seal.
drip that wax. Absolutely. Oh yeah, that's the Robert Wagner signature
He sleeps.
finishing move.
So this man. This is one of. There's only two possibilities for how he lives his life today.
Okay.
I guess a third one, but it's not.
In
but
the
it's,
bottle.
Yeah. he either sleeps perfectly soundly knowing he got away with murder,
Yeah.
or he sleeps in some form of like distress that his wife at the time died and it was sad for him. Like,
And
it
her
was horrible.
seaweed covered zombie is going to come
Yeah,
back and
like
be standing
Creepshow.
at the foot of his bed.
I know it was you. Do you think he's like is he dementiated at this point? That post I
Nah.
saw on Instagram was pretty recent.
I don't
unless
think
somebody's
so.
authoring it for him.
Yeah, no, I don't.
93.
Yeah. Well, Dick Van Dyke's he's still kicking too.
That Dick Van Dyke
he's
is
getting
on
a
something
kick.
else. That
He's getting a
motherfucker,
kick out of it.
he is like just as the same way he was in Mary Poppins and shit.
Yup.
He's chitty chitty bang
Oh, my
banging
God.
his wife
Full
every
of
night,
energy.
and
Absolutely
he's
right.
doing he would be doing
Yeah.
the fucking what's the Jerry Lewis telethon,
Mary Poppins
And
bang bang.
Mary Poppins bang bang, Mary Poppins bang bust. He should be doing. Honestly, he should make an older turn into porn.
Yeah. Oh my God. Fucking Dick Van Dyke.
Dick
He's
Van-
like, I did everything
Come
else.
see the dick
Well,
in
that's right. It's time to put
At
the
large.
dick in the damn Dyke. Yeah.
Let's put the dick in that damn dyke. Come on.
Yes, a whole series.
Dicking down the dyke with Dick Van Dyke.
his old paper thin skin with his giant horse teeth. on
Shit, that's the
front
sound
cover.
it's making.
Oh my God. Oh, I need
Oh.
this so bad.
That
we
is
gotta,
that.
we gotta make this happen.
When you're an entertainer, you got to grow with your audience.
That's right.
At
you
this
need-
point, they
you-
want grandma and grandpa sex.
Yeah, Dave. That's right.
That's where they're at.
Everything feels dead down there. You helped us once. Can you help us again?
Have little animated birds flying in.
That's
to
all
it,
you
too.
need. Yeah.
Honestly, it
Do
could
the
be done.
crossover.
It
Yeah.
very well could be done.
Like that. What's that song of the South? Is that what that was?
That's exactly it.
that was
honestly-
that racist cartoon that got banned.
Oh my god, yeah, that's right. It is. Holy fuck.
Oh man.
He won't care.
No,
Are
no.
you kidding me? Porn's unregulated as fuck out
Yeah,
there.
Well, that's actually not
Some
true.
of
But
it
some of it, if you just upload it from your phone.
I think you should be able to watch a little porn. at work.
He starts to say some, and he's like, a little porn at work. Let's do this fucking show.
Now that we lost all of our good bits.
God damn it. Yeah, well, that's
Just like Dick Van Dyke.
yeah, that's what it is. They're all hanging a lot lower than they used to. That's all I can tell
Yeah,
you.
that's right.
That's all I can say.
You got that extra support down there.
That's where, yeah, he needs it. He needs it. He's needs a lot of, he's got to check the suspension, the shocks.
Those are $1 million balls down there.
You have no
I'm
idea. They're
telling
more
you.
than that each.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
per.
Yeah, it's for the deuce.
That
It's
bang bang money spent.
I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Yay! And then, wait!
What does that do? Did that blow your mind?
That just happened.
This corner weighing in at 180 pounds.
Darkness, everybody!
You've got a dirty, whorish mouth.
Fucking amateur. Am I wrong? No. Am I wrong? Yeah. Okay, then.
Hail to the king, David.
Fuck it, dude. Let's go bold. If you tell anyone about this, I'll fucking kill you. I'm kidding. We'll come back by tonight. Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt,
And here we are. This is it, Matt. This is the final countdown, the last Tuesday of Pride Month.
oh no.
Yeah, for
It's
now.
over so fast.
It is-
Every year it goes by too quick.
First off, you say you can host, and then it just comes too quick. And
That's right.
that's the way that Pride Month goes sometimes.
It's because you're so proud and you're ready to go.
Right, well-
You've been waiting for it all year long.
That's it. You've
It
just-
happens. You know,
You're just sitting there, just waxing.
it's
those
not
leather
always
pants.
though. The rest of the year,
Yeah, exactly
it
right.
doesn't come that fast usually. This never happens to me.
Well, it's Pride Month. So that's the important part.
I'm proud of it.
You need to be proud of it.
I am proud of
be
it.
proud. I'm proud of whatever I can do.
Mhm.
Right. I'm proud that I can talk right now.
I picture.
And don't you dare disparage it. I'm doing something here. Let me go. I need to do something. You got to do what you got to do.
All month long, I just picture guys' faces in my mind.
Yep.
No matter what I'm doing.
Whatever it is,
Mhm.
you know what? That
Picture
would
a
look
dick.
better with a mustache.
That would look better with a dick on it.
They put a dick on that.
Take a
Surround it.
dick off of it.
What? Yeah, and then put it on something else.
What I want it to do is basically I want it to do what it wants to do,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna just support the fuck out of it.
That's the way
In my
to do it.
mind.
That's why we love our gay robot son.
I do love my gay robot
That's
son, and I
exactly
always
why.
will. You can't stop me
That's
from
right.
loving it.
That's right. What I think, what you're doing to me, is disgusting. But I'm here for it. I support you. I want you to do more of it. I don't know what you're doing with oil and gears, and there's all kinds of tape everywhere. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm here for it. Just please delete the videos off my phone, because I know you're trying to grow your OnlyFans. But
I'm your only fan
But I'm
right
your
now.
only fan right now, and I don't need to see any more of
I
this.
can't keep watching it anymore.
I just can't.
I gotta do other stuff.
There's too many instruction DVDs. How did you even get these on my phone?
It's
There's
like
no
a
disk
wiring
drive.
diagram
Yeah,
in
there's
there. I just don't know what I'm looking at most of
There's
the time.
lights going off.
I
There's
try to get
error
a-
codes. Is there supposed to be error codes? Is that a
404?
good thing?
I'm not sure.
It's so
Is this what we want?
confusing. I'm not saying you're unnatural. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's hard for me
What
to
I'm saying
relate.
is you are unnatural, but your urges aren't. That's what I'm trying to say.
What I'm saying is God doesn't hate you. He hates your programming.
That's
okay?
true.
And so we just want to help you to get to the other side of things. That's all we can really do.
I try to get aroused looking at it, but
Right.
I just can't.
It's just your mother won't let me. So I have to, and I promised her that I'd be around first. So I have to honor the order of operations here. She got dibs. I have to honor dibs.
You
I'm
can
not.
appreciate
I'm
that.
not a savage.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't have blood pumping. But it's fine. You're good.
Sorry.
I love you. I love you. Come. Give me your cold metal hand. Let me lead you into acceptance. Yeah. Yep. See, this is fine.
Look at this. Look at us now.
I want to see this dad who is wearing the shirt in the first place try to make this like awkward conversation happen with his gay robot son.
He has no idea
Oh.
what to address first.
You know,
What-
your
if he
mom,
should
when she
address
was
any
in
of it.
college, she had some really close girlfriends.
She did a few different things.
She did some stuff. She's got a lot of wires hanging out of her bedroom
I'll tell you
drawer.
what, before and after your mom, I did use the assistance of computers to get me there. So I have some understanding of it.
Let me tell you what, that hole in the middle of the CD drive is small, but the hole in the disc tray is just right.
It's
So,
just the right size.
It's just the right size if you catch my drift.
It'll change that floppy disk into
That's
a hard drive
right.
real quick.
That's right. That's what we want. We're looking.
How do you think you came to be?
That's right. We're just trying to upload some media. You know, that's really all this thing is. And let's knock all this out at once. When a boy robot and a girl robot love each other a lot, sometimes I don't know what happens. You connect wires or something. Do you guys like electrocute each other?
Look at what do you guys do? As he's trying to explain, then he starts asking him questions. Like,
I mean, do you like it?
I have some questions here too. Is what constitutes being a gay robot when a robot? I mean, I assume that it picks its own different genders, but
Right.
like when a
gay isn't
robot,
gender, yeah.
oh yeah.
yeah.
So it's like you're seeking out another robot of the same determined sex.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: in order to procreate, it doesn't matter what robots' genders decisions are, because they'll just
There
build
isn't-
their
that
children.
That division doesn't exist in robots.
it's
oh my God.
it's the perfect illustration because the sexual orientation has literally nothing to do with
Yeah.
its own identity.
Yeah.
And that is why I love the analogy so much.
It's perfect.
You shouldn't try to even sit there and wonder about
No,
it.
that's it. Yeah, it's exactly
It's
it.
pointless.
But you need to just
It's like-
accept it.
It's like saying the robot is copper, not silver, you know, or something, aluminum and not gold, or some shit.
Well, hi there, little Timmy. How old are you? 7? Wow. What wing of the plane are you? Left wing or right wing? It's just, the division doesn't exist in this boy yet.
That's right.
He hasn't had to pay for his own airline ticket.
Mm-mm.
So
so on to other things that
Yeah.
were built and didn't serve a purpose that they were meant to serve.
right. Chris is dying. Well, eventually
Chris
he'll
is
be.
Chris has COVID real bad. He's got it so bad. Maybe.
Real bad. Where's
I'm gonna take you to the bank, to the blood bank.
Well, he does go to the blood
He
bank
does go to the
often just
blood
to get
bank.
his blood
He's
let
got
out
to
of
get
him.
it out because it's full of
Suck it out.
demons. It's full of demons.
It is full of spirits that
Interdimensional demons too,
Oh.
and those are really tough to get out
are
of
the
there.
nastiest kind.
Man, they are absolutely rough.
You
But-
got to suck real hard on the straw to get those fuckers out.
Yeah, and you got to use the wide one too that they give you
Mhm.
to like McFlurry and shit like that. You
Oh my
need-
god, those I end up just turning into straws, or it's not straws, spoons.
Yeah.
Those big thick ones, because I can never. It's like sucking a golf ball for a fucking garden hose. Yeah, man. I don't have that kind of talent.
Oh, I would prefer them. See, because all you got to do is let it like warm up a little bit, and then it gets a little more liquid rather than being so solid.
Oh, I see. I
And
don't
then-
have the patience for
Oh,
that.
it's- well,
I
then-
go right to brain freeze town, baby.
You just take the lid off and you just dump it
That's
straight
right.
on your face.
That's usually what I do. I start
Whatever.
shoveling it down my gullet
Yeah, that's it.
because
Yeah.
I can't get there fast enough.
Well, I mean, sometimes the what does they say? The longing only makes the stomach grow hungrier.
That's right.
I think
That's
is the
right.
way that the saying goes.
Once it's
But
hit, the bombardment begins.
once you pop, you can't stop.
that
That's
is
one.
exactly right.
That's one. It's NBC back again.
That's right.
That's
And that's all things
these,
Chris are facing right now.
Right. And so he is desperately fighting for his life
Mhm.
against these.
And he will
TV
be fighting
networks.
for his life for the rest of his life because
Yes.
Chris is also engaged now.
That's right. Chris is also engaged. I don't know if
Congratulations to Chris.
yeah, I mean that's it. And
He's off the
apparently
market now.
He's off the
What I'm
market.
saying is-
sorry,
Stop going after him.
Yes.
Lay off.
sorry, ladies and gay robots.
If you can find him,
right, and
which
that's it.
he's been lost in the interdimensional
he's-
like rifts for quite some time.
Right,
If
and
you've
he's
been listening
riddled.
to our show,
He's riddled with COVID.
he's
too.
got
even
all-
interdimensionally.
lots of different COVIDs.
Yeah. That's really where it becomes challenging for him because he has to remember what dimension he's in order to take the correct,
Mhm.
drugs or
But
whatever.
how does he
needs
know
to
which
do.
one he picked it up from?
Exactly right. He could be carrying this from anywhere because it's. I mean, and can you imagine? Like we have a
Mhm.
window of time, that you have contracted it. So we have an incubation period. But for him, I mean, he's traveling between dimensions. Space time is warped.
Speaking of which, I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once last night.
Did you? Oh, good.
Oh my god, that's probably my favorite movie I've seen in a
it's
long
so
time.
fucking good.
Holy shit, that movie was like excellent.
It was amazing. And there's a version that they released on the Blu-ray
Mhm.
that has a whole bunch of extra scenes in it. And that's
Oh,
one of those
fuck.
movies where it would be really cool to see the other worlds.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude,
Yeah.
that movie was the full gamut of everything.
Oh my God.
It made it gave you all different types of feelings, and the pacing was perfect, and the
Mhm.
tension was clear. Like that movie communicates ideas and things that I wish I could so eloquently say to other people.
Yeah.
I was so admired like how they did what they did.
You never thought about hot dog fingers.
I
That's
never
why.
did think about that.
That's always been.
Holy fuck!
you
And then they
haven't been
turned it
able
into
to
like
reach.
a climactic thing too. That was just amazing. Just
Yep.
everything that they did with it couldn't be done better.
It-
And
yeah.
Kihei Kwan was so
He was
fucking good.
amazing. He was amazing.
And I was
in
like,
that.
I was
Yep.
sitting there like, I ate lunch next to that guy.
That's right.
And he didn't speak a lick of English to
clue.
his wife or
No,
friend.
his
or-
wife. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was his wife. Yeah, because
But
I've seen
man.
pictures of her in like red carpet photos and stuff like that.
Man, dude, that guy was stellar. He killed it.
He was fantastic, and of course Biff Whiff's in there.
Biff Whiff was great. It was
He's-
great to see
yeah.
him. Allison was super surprised. She's
Hopping
like,
around
what
the
the
corner.
hell? Like, yeah, that,
Oh
there
god,
he
yeah,
is.
he couldn't shut up about that once he was on there.
Oh man.
Once the movie came out.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And he's doing
Michelle
good. He's back
Yeoh.
home, by the way, too.
Oh, he
Biff
is.
Whiff is.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
if you
just
haven't-
came home Sunday, I think.
Did we mention that on the show?
I
if
think
you
so,
follow
yeah.
it or not?
Yeah,
Like,
Biff Whiff, who was
yeah.
Detective Crashmore, and I think you should leave. He had cancer, and so they were doing a bunch of fundraisers and stuff for him, and so he's through his treatments and he's back home. He's recovering and doing well. So,
Yep.
hopefully we get him in for another season, for season 4.
Mhm.
Whenever
I
that
really
ends
would
up
love to
happening.
see more of him. He's great.
Yeah.
He's great in everything.
Yeah, he is. He's great because he is so eager to be on screen.
He is so just like comfortable
Yes,
in front of a
exactly
camera.
right.
You feel like he doesn't even notice that anyone's filming him.
Unprofessional bullshit.
There's a bunch of
Unprofessional bullshit. That's it. That's the life. That's the life for him anyway. But
I love it. I watch him do anything.
yes, me too. I think it's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, yes.
That movie was fantastic. I I highly recommend it. I really do feel like it was probably my favorite movie I've seen in like
Mhm.
a good long time.
Yeah, it was
Couple of
fantastic.
years.
It was very well done, and and that could have gotten fucked up royally too, because
Dude,
it's all over the place.
it had such a, that's what was so impressive about it. It
Yeah.
had such a clarity of vision,
Yeah,
and the
cohesion.
execution was just right
Yep.
because it extrapolates like a relatable story
Yeah.
of on a small scale into like ideas that are larger scale that all come back to the small scale. It just like takes you on this journey to give you this perspective,
Mm-hmm.
you know, which
Mhm.
is like so awesome.
Right.
And they never pander or like try to, but they don't have to, because the way that it's paced and the way that it's organized, it's just so accessible and digestible.
Right. Exactly. Right.
Incredibly
that's
done.
exactly
Oh,
it. Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. It was,
Yeah, it well deserves all the awards and accolades and attention it got.
absolutely. Yeah. And the
Absolutely,
cast was
yeah.
wonderful. Jamie Lee Curtis and
Jamie
Michelle
Lee-
Yeoh. We didn't talk.
Oh, Michelle Yeoh was so good. I was so irritated with her in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like this fucking lady. And it took on the everything took on so many different meanings, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But man, she just was like, she was so good at evolving that character.
Yep.
You know, so awesome. I love when I see somebody like, I don't like a character at all, and then I just go all the way to the end, and I'm like, I get it.
Yeah.
I get 'em
all the
now.
way, flip around. It's a beautiful thing to
That's
behold.
growth, you know. It's like
Right.
part of the why you watch anything. You want to watch people kind of grow and change in some way.
Yeah, there needs to be some challenge, and you know, hopefully overcome or whatever.
Here, I'll
But
tell you who didn't overcome their challenge, which everybody knows about this fucking news story.
Yeah,
That Ocean Gate, is that what it's called?
I think so. I think
Ocean
that's what it
Gate.
was,
These fuckers in the tin can in the goddamn bottom of the Atlantic Ocean.
yeah, we talked about it last week. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh my god. Excuse me. I looked up. I found it on Reddit, I guess.
Okay.
It was somebody who was like an expert
Mhm.
explaining what happened to the sub.
Right.
And so I'll start with this. The CEO, I saw an email. I don't know if you saw this email he had back and forth with this like engineer he contracted to review some of the safety.
Yes.
And that in this email, the CEO was like, he's like, well, you know, we never got anywhere by playing it too safe.
Yeah, exactly.
And the guy was
right.
like, look, this is very dangerous. I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that there were this, that, and the other is very dangerous and is going to fail.
yeah.
And he was like, you know, we're innovators, we're
Yeah.
explorers. And I'm like, oh God,
You take risks walking out your front door.
that's pretty
Yeah,
much. Yeah. I think that's what he said.
Yeah,
right?
that's what he said. yeah.
Holy
Mhm.
fucking shit.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a very different kind of risk between, walking down a street where there's like nobody around
Yeah.
versus walking down a street full of landmines
Yeah.
and tanks looking to run you over.
Yeah. The environment matters. Yeah, because
So-
you can't breathe down there.
This motherfucker bought like the materials for the hull from an airplane manufacturer's like auction,
Oh yeah.
because it was no longer, it was kind of past its sell by date, and that's where he bought the materials.
Yep.
He had this carbon fiber that was used, and that is not advisable
For pressure.
for
yeah.
that pressure, for
Right.
like 6,000 psi
Yeah.
per square inch.
Yeah.
6,000 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, just really try to wrap your mind around that.
That's a square inch. Right there.
In a square inch, dude.
That's a square inch right there.
Yeah, man. A square inch.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So it's a little bit more than you're used
it's
to.
1/16 of Dick Van Dyke's Dick Real Estate. I'll tell you that much.
And if you didn't watch the beginning before we started the recording of the show, you're missing out on jokes. Again, we're
Mhm.
telling you the best material. We're not lying because
It's always in the
as soon as that fucking intro tape rolls, it just goes right out of our ears.
Oh, dude, I got a performance anxiety.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
it is.
saying.
But Dick Van
Every
Dyke doesn't have
time.
that
He
problem,
never
that's for
does.
sure.
He
He's-
will always perform.
He's been performing his whole life.
He's a consummate
He's like,
performer.
this is a
He's
piece
been,
of cake.
he's been performing longer than you've been drawing breath.
That's
and
right.
I don't care who you are listening to
It
this.
doesn't
It's
matter.
the truth.
Yeah, because
He's
nobody-
118 years old.
Exactly.
Okay, he's ready to part the Red Sea. This guy is so fucking old. He's ready to lead the Jews through the fucking desert for 40 years. He's
like,
got 40 more years in
I
him.
remember when all you guys were born. You too, Moses. I see you up there on
Chitty
that
chitty
mountain.
bang bang, I love you.
I got a fucking flying car. I can go anywhere I want. You
God
got
loves
a
me.
carpet. You got headlights on that bitch because it's getting foggy. I got fog lights.
Why don't you take a back seat? Did you fuck Mary Poppins?
Yeah,
Did you fuck a lady who flew out of the sky with an umbrella? I didn't think so. I did not think so.
Hi, where do you think she came
Do
from?
you think you
My
fucked
fucking
her?
chitty chitty bang bang. That's where she
Oh,
came
I'm
from.
gonna chitty chitty
That's
bang
right.
bang your mom
Dick
if you don't
Van-
shut the fuck up.
Dick Van Dyke's chitty chitty bang bang went over England and dropped some bitch off. Said, try your parachute.
It was like the U.S. in the Middle East over there dropping bombs. I was
Oh.
dumping cum all over these fuckers. Every woman with any moisture between her legs from here to Timbuktu was getting soiled by my car.
And I was singing and smiling and running.
Whole time I was dancing because that was what they paid me. Those studios required it.
Let me tell you, they need to put a little more fine print in their contracts
Mm-hmm.
because this is perfectly within the bounds.
My whole life was filmed.
Yeah.
I was very comfortable with doing this.
This
deed.
is half of this is a hologram. You have to figure out which half because they take breaks.
It's like breaks.
That's how old I am. I figured out how to
He's
separate myself.
presenting up top and he's jerking off down below, and then he's doing a dance with his legs.
Turns into a
and
mermaid.
He's asleep.
Turns to a mermaid on the bottom. Then it flashes out and his legs come back and they turn into a vampire up top. He's like, I love this thing.
Like dead, like he's in a coffin.
but yet his legs are standing up. He like folds in half and then stands up.
This is
Oh,
where technology's
man.
heading, people.
This is it. Dick Van Dyke has got what it
Mhm.
takes.
He's
He
got
can-
a lot more what it takes than this Ocean Gate submarine.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you about this 6,000 PSI,
Oh,
okay?
yeah, do it.
The expert guy was talking about how that they took two like runs
Mhm.
with this submarine, and when they did that, this carbon fiber, the reason it survived it, but it had these microscopic imperceptible cracks
Yeah,
all
stress
through the
fractures,
hull.
right.
Stress fractures. And when they went down the third time, it was just like kind of it was gonna break no matter
Mhm.
what. So okay, so here's a breakdown of what could have happened, and all of the above or none of or just one of the above might have happened.
Matt doesn't even have
Um,
note cards for this.
I don't even have it. No, no.
this is-
It just impacted me so much when I read it. I thought the horror of it. So what possibly could have happened was one 1 inch of the hull could have busted open at
Mhm.
first,
Right.
creating a jet stream that would have eviscerated like a hot knife through butter
Yep.
anything in its path.
Like that air tank guy.
Anyone. And if you looked at the diagram
Mhm.
of how the people were sitting in there,
Yeah.
let me tell you something. That's some horror movie shit.
It's like a laser
because
beam.
you would get sliced. Yeah, man, you get sliced.
Like Resident Evil.
Yes, it was like Resident Evil. So that could have happened.
Yeah.
Former other documented cases of people in a submarine that failed
Mhm.
at only 2,400 psi.
Mhm.
When it failed, it imploded to the point it got so hot inside that this was a 4-man team.
Yeah.
3 of the guys' blood boiled.
Yeah.
It was so hot, it boiled their blood. And the other guy went shooting out a 24-inch hole. and all of his pieces were scattered around like ground beef. It was like Hamburger Helper on the bottom of the seafloor. And this
Calm down, there, old ones. You don't see babies forever, idiot. Fucking stupid asshole.
So just take a thought of what could have happened at 6,000 psi.
Right.
On the upside, these people probably died within an instant.
Yeah.
However, the means in which they died, they turned into paste.
Yes.
They turned into like an absolutely it was almost like a fucking atomic bomb went off the way that their atoms got smushed into just smeared across all
They
of the
were a
Atlantic.
baked potato. Now they're mashed
Oh
potatoes.
my God, dude. Oh my God. I mean, I wish that I could just see it, see a second of it
Right. Well, that's all there
to
is.
appreciate. Right. That's it. It's about a half a
Yeah,
second.
it goes right away.
And there's many opinions about it, about the hubris of rich people. Let me say my biggest takeaway, and I feel like this is what I really should incorporate into my own life, is when you are trusting, quote unquote, an expert in a field to take care of your safety,
Yes.
you had better really, ensure that person knows what they're talking about. Check into their background. And because I feel like these rich people, there's lots of talk about like how rich people fit into our society and that they're fucking evil because they're rich. And they have too much money and they aren't doing the right things with it. It's a vanity, thing to do.
Sure.
They get bored. That's what rich
right,
people do.
right,
Let's go look at the Titanic. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
In this tin can.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, they didn't even have windows on the submarine. It had a screen.
Right.
It was a video camera screen. You could have watched Jim Cameron's fucking Titanic, the back half of the two VHSs, and you would have got more of a viewpoint of the
Still
real
sinking.
thing.
Still sinking.
Holy fucking God. So, but anyways, regardless of what brought them down there,
Right.
It just, oh my God, I just can't get over the visuals of it.
Yeah, it's great.
But you have to really be careful about who you're trusting
Look
with
at Dr.
your
Chubbs.
safety. Well, Dr. Chubbs ended up
just
in
because he's
hell.
got that boar's head jacket on doesn't mean he's a doctor. Doesn't mean he's qualified to diagnose you with cancer. It's
I
not going
wouldn't
to
follow.
stop him,
Mm-mm.
but it's going to happen one way or the other.
Oh man, I'll tell you, it honestly, and people's reactions to it, I saw, half the people were like, "Oh, these are human lives that we lost."
Mm-hmm.
The other half of the people were like, "Well, there was a major, the worst, immigrant, boat disaster of all time happened at the same time. Why aren't we focusing on that?" And I saw a lot of people were like, "These rich people, they're like, they make the world harder, and I'm not going to feel empathy for them." And I'm like, you know what the real problem is in our society? Our society is so focused on how we feel and what we want.
Yeah.
And it has you're only concerned about the money issue because that's what you're always focused on. As we all are focused on that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's so separate from what actually matters. And if you really were doing the most good, first of all, you wouldn't have an opinion on this crap at all.
Yeah.
Because what does it got to do with you?
Exactly.
You'd be too busy doing actual good shit.
Yeah. Why don't you contribute
Christ
something instead
almighty.
of commenting on all the shit that you disagree with? But
Exactly.
like the very first documented response from a Native American about the settlers that came in and fucked all their shit up said they're constantly obsessed with acquiring things, but no matter how much they have, they always want more.
Jim Cameron, I'll tell you, he's been down to the depths, and he made that. He also stole from the Native Americans' plight and their history.
Yeah, he knew what
to
to
make
do.
millions on Avatar.
He's like, hey, let's do it again.
Mm-hmm.
They say never again. I say let's do it again.
It's always
do it again,
again and again,
whenever we can,
2,
whenever it's
3,
possible.
4. I've got 6 sequels set up for this fucking
whatever
franchise.
we need to do. I have them all in the back pocket.
Don't you love that
That's a filing
he
cabinet.
was so cocky and arrogant about he was so sure he was going to be successful with one Avatar movie that he already announced 8 of them.
Yeah,
that is. I mean, he is James Cameron.
Of course he is.
But I mean, for honestly, his shit is not. It's not original. I mean, it's
I mean,
and
yeah.
it's not even timely. It's not even
No.
like we all need to listen to this guy, to this man, and watch these blue people on another
Yes.
planet and preserve. There's like,
Preserve the blue.
yeah, I back the blue.
Yeah. I mean, never mind. That's not what I mean.
I mean, the ones that fuck each other's hair.
The
That's what-
other ones with the hair. Not the ones losing their hair.
the ones that fuck their meat
Yeah,
and then
you-
eat it
you
and
know.
then thank them.
You know, you thank them. Yeah, you thank your meat.
Thanks for letting me fuck you and then eat you.
I always thank my meat. Thank you, meat. You've never
That meanwhile,
steered me wrong.
and a spaceship. Here comes Dick Van Dyke dropping
Oh,
cum
he's
bombs
just-
all over
he's
this
just
fucking planet.
waiting. He's just having a
Pandora.
great day. He's like, man, it's a Thursday. Tomorrow's TGIF, everybody. Got to get all this in for the week's through because you know I always have an early weekend. Dick Van Dyke takes a 3-day weekend.
Dick Van Dyke does not work any more days than 2 in a week. I've earned that.
You have no
At this
idea
point-
what it takes to keep myself in this physical form.
At 172, I'm gonna tell you what. You know what keeps me going? It's vigorous masturbation
Yes,
and thoughts of violence.
that's right.
just the dirtiest, nastiest things.
Let me tell you what, my body is like a cheese grater for a boat, and I constantly am plugging these holes as these juices are flowing from all over the place, and I can't figure out why or where they're coming from. But all I know is that duct tape is an amazing thing. Gorilla tape is good, but the adhesive really sticks to the skin.
Mm-hmm.
But one way or the other, I'm getting in this boat, and this boat is going to take me through the air. I'm going to be dropping jizz all over this country.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Dick Van Dyke's Big Dick Above tour, 2023.
Dick's flying high.
We're gonna keep. We're gonna number them. We're gonna
Mhm.
number them. Yeah.
How long until some other rich, arrogant people go down to look at the wreckage of Ocean Gate? Considering, how
Well,
hot
I
the
mean,
topic
I think they're
is?
waiting for it to come back up. They're like, let's see if we can get it up so it's not so much pressure.
Mhm.
But I think really it's just it ties everything up in a nice little bow of how everything went down.
Here's what I'm wondering. Okay,
Yeah.
their meat, they would get and they turn into like meat milkshakes down there.
Right.
What happens to their clothes? All that pressure and
It's-
stuff, would it tear their clothes up or would it just flat? It's like flat.
It would probably catch them on fire. I mean, depending upon the friction in there because of
It would
all
like
that.
it would be a fire that's immediately put out. Right.
Right, because of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
and the pressure too, because the oxygen's limited. you
'Cause
know,
it's like a
they were running
mantis.
out of oxygen. So
True. That's
Yeah.
Well, no. So this was the other thing I read.
uh-huh.
They likely died like they've been dead like all weekend.
Oh,
That was what they were saying, that they likely died as soon as they reached a certain depth. It just blew up. That was it.
That was the end of it.
And
Yeah.
also another thing too,
Mhm.
they didn't even bother They didn't even bother calling it in as an emergency
Mhm.
until 12 hours after after they lost contact with them last. Do you know why?
Why?
Because the CEO
Uh-huh.
did not like to be bothered during his explorations and would turn the comms
Leave
off
me
for
alone.
that period
Yeah,
of
there you
time.
go.
So
We
it wasn't atypical. It was just
And you know what they were playing on the sub too? The Titanic soundtrack. So it's like I'm in my place right now, and here's Celine Dion coming in. That's the last thing you ever hear.
Wherever you are.
Oh my
That-
god!
Leo, I think Leo had a worse death probably because it wasn't
Yeah.
instantaneous.
Right.
He froze
Well, and that
almost.
was, I guess, that's probably why they also maintained the time distance. They were like, for Leo,
Mhm. Yeah.
he was in that water a while,
Mm.
and we're gonna let them be in the water. And maybe they're going for the full experience. We don't know what package they bought. Only he does, and he's down. He doesn't like to share the books with us. So
No. That's why they went down
I
there.
think he might have a coke problem.
He does.
We're gonna actually
Why
do
do
an
you think he-
intervention on the boat. We figured everybody's here already, so when they come back up, it's gonna be. We got to get him. We got to get him some help. This
We
is gonna
got you,
be.
Leo. We're going
this
to
is
corner
the
you
end.
on your
This
yacht
is-
with surrounded by like 18-year-old girls who just had their birthday.
Yeah, it's all you need. As long as they've got their ID, then legally you can't give me a hard time about it. Culturally,
Mhm.
there's always more movies.
Hey, look, I made a bunch of movies and I actually won an Oscar for one of them
Let me tell you
finally.
what. And I was a baby when I did them. I was tiny. I was real
Well,
small. I wasn't legal. You've been
mhm.
looking at me. Why can't I look at them? Where's the cocaine? Yeah, you got to find it. So you finally finished Black Mirror.
Yes.
Okay.
Holy fucking shit. Yeah, man. I actually been watching and opinionating on opining on things.
Oh yeah, you
a lot
got
lately.
To. You got
All
to.
for the
Pine
sake
Sol.
of this show, the people who don't give a fuck about our opinions, but I'm going to give them anyway.
Yeah, but Baba G was back again here. Ken Bengali, the guy who puts all the
oh my god,
Indian.
yes,
Yeah, it's great. He was
bring
back.
it on.
It was small this time. I think because we didn't address him right away, and I think that was part of what scared him off.
I love it.
But it's great. We're here for
Fill
it.
up the chat,
you
baby.
want to let us know.
I don't care what you're saying.
Let
I
us
know
know.
it's not worse than what I'm saying.
It's definitely not. No, it's all about healing. Yeah, any problem, whatever your
You can solve
problem
any
is.
problem.
Can he bring this fucking submarine back? How about that, Baba G?
if you can do that,
Yep.
I'll drop it all.
There you go.
I'll drop everything.
I'll
and
drop
just
it
start
like it's
following
hot.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
my god.
You know it.
I'll drop it like it's boiling blood
blood.
under the ocean floor. And so, by the way, after reading
Yeah.
all of that stuff,
Yes.
I think that the ocean probably is the thing that I probably would go for
Really?
because versus space.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure that a catastrophic event that deep under the ocean will kill you real quick.
Yes.
And in space, I feel like it's drawn out. And I don't want the terror.
What
and
makes you think it's drawn out?
like if you have like rapid decompression in space,
Yeah, but that's like instantaneous.
you would like die very quick. You wouldn't like suffocate.
You'd pass out because you're like the oxygen would literally be sucked out of your body.
Yeah, but like, so that'll make you pass out.
Yeah.
Would you think it would be like painless?
It would be the same as being crushed. It's like you're going to feel it, but just for a second.
I guess it's a matter of, do you want your remains to be ground beef under the sea?
Yeah.
Or do you want them to be frozen, jettisoned across all of space and time? I guess I'll choose space then.
Yeah.
Because I think
space
if
is where
my
I'm
remains could just be jettisoned through space.
Well, that's what
That's
I mean.
fine,
like
yeah.
you're out there forever now.
Yeah. You're part of
That's
you're part of
great.
the tapestry.
That's
now.
where I want them to shoot me out into space. At least they did this for some horrific war crime or something. I forget what the scenario was we set up. Whatever it was that got me. Maybe I had Hitler's eyes. I don't remember. To get shot out into space for some reason. But then I'm already out there. And if I die, who cares? And if
Right.
I survive, even better.
That's true. That's true.
How did I learn how to create food out of all this metal in here? I don't know.
Hey, you might have just found a new way to
Oh
metabolize.
man, that's what I want. Become a breatharian where I'm just soaking in sunlight and doing photosynthesis. Man, I don't know.
yeah.
They just had an alligator that procreated with itself.
Oh shit! What is getting Jurassic Park
Yeah,
on
man,
us?
it's happening. It's happening. Life finds a way, as they say.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
These dinosaurs are resilient
I
as
love.
fuck, dude.
I love it. I want everything to get real weird.
Mhm.
I mean, it already is, but
Yeah.
I want everything to get real weird. In fact, that reminds me. I think I have a couple show notes here. But I want everything to get real weird and us not to know what to do. And then all of a sudden, it just falls apart.
Yeah.
Like something it spontaneously combusts. Like on live television. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see.
I would love to have tardigrades just grow like 1,000 times their size, which
Yeah.
would make them the size approximately of like a small dog.
Yes.
But I would love to just have a tardigrade that, and I don't know if I'm sure there's people who are more educated on this than me.
Well,
But-
they're not here.
That's true. They probably aren't.
That's right.
I don't think Allison studied tardigrades.
A little too small for her. I think that's out of her scope.
Yeah, she can't treat
She
them.
doesn't use a
tools aren't that big.
microscope. Yeah.
Right. But tardigrades, I don't know if they survive because of their size. If that's like part of why they're so hardy and like unkillable, because they
yeah.
can live like anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those motherfuckers don't care if they're in underwater
No.
or space. If you were a tardigrade, this conversation we're having about where you'd want to die would be a completely moot point.
You would be fucking
It would
Robert
not.
Wagner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd just be still kicking all fucking day, watching your dead wife just putting flowers on her grave, being like, "I'm glad you're gone."
Yep. He's like this. This one's for what you said on Thursday. This is what you said on Friday, and this is for your short or long walk off a short pier. Here you go. Yep. That's it.
I jettisoned that
That's right.
inflatable boat.
Yeah, now I got to go. Dick Van Dyke's picking me up on top of this mountain. We're going to the movies.
He comes flying by.
Jizz dropping out of the clouds. Here he comes. He's here.
That's not snow up there. No, it's not. The elevation's not high enough.
Yep, it's it. That's how they go. Allison says they're weirdly just adapted for it. Scientists attribute it to cryptobiosis. I think she says.
Oh, okay. Oh,
so
wow.
there we go. There's the answer.
See, and here I am thinking Allison doesn't know, and
Yeah,
she
it's
does know. I should know better.
Yeah, that's it. Let's see. But Black Mirror, you watch it.
Oh
What's your
God.
consensus?
So this season was phenomenal.
Yeah, I
really,
agree.
really like among the top seasons in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I love pretty much all of them. The first one was I would say even like one of the weaker ones of them, just because of how much.
That's why
it
when you
stood
said
out.
all you saw was the first one, I was like, come on! Like,
Yeah. Man,
the
that
other ones it just gets better.
The first and the second one are almost kind of like in the same vein.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. And then what is it, like 6 of them? So
Yeah.
I think it's 6 of
It was
them.
5, I think.
5 of them.
Yeah.
The last one though, hands down, was the best.
God!
Holy fuck! I don't want to spoil
it was a
Oh my
perfect
God.
end episode.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
it was so good.
Yep. Yeah.
It was like a movie I would just want to watch again.
Absolutely.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, they did a phenomenal job with it.
Oh, and like them not staying strict with their premises any longer.
Mhm.
That's fine.
Yeah. Well, and like I
I'm
said,
down with that.
like I was saying to you, it almost feels like you sort of are dropping into someone's life.
Yeah.
You know, and so you get that sense there's a little bit of chaos. Not everything's really spelled out, but then you know, part of you is asking, well, then what's going on? But then you realize you don't really need to know. It doesn't matter, and you just follow along with this event that's going on, whatever it might be. Yeah, so it was pretty cool. Yeah,
It was great.
I definitely I dug it a lot. It was pretty
Another
cool.
high recommendation. If you haven't seen it yet, please go and
It's
watch it.
worth the time.
Oh,
Worth the time
it
for
is
sure.
It is like the epitome of an anthology series, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's none better.
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, I haven't watched a lot of like the Twilight Zone enough, but I mean, I would put it either equal, depending on your preference, equal or better than any weird sci-fi anthology series you could think of. You can name one for me. It's on par or better.
It does have that same impact, I think, because you know, like Twilight Zone wouldn't have the same impact these days that it did in the day.
Yeah.
So this is almost like a modern version of that. I agree. I think that's it, because there's definitely more horror, but we need more I don't know, severity, but like, you know, we need that intensity in what we're watching these days for it to register emotionally for a lot of people.
Yeah, sure.
Or you'd need to really grab somebody with the story. And so I think, you know, that's of course we've got the Dick Van Dyke must be here. All the birds are outside.
Oh yeah, they're clearing the
as
skies
as the storm rolls in.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know you're about to get dumped on.
Yeah, it's time. Dick Van Dyke's coming. What else are we gonna do but run?
Get in the Dyke van.
You can hear him laughing. His laughs echo through the clouds like he's Zeus.
Oh, thunder's rolling by.
Let's roll into some weird news.
Let's roll.
Roll out.
Get out of here, Autobots. Get out of my space. I'm here.
Oh,
I'm with my
man.
wife. I told you 7 times.
We got 7 people here.
Oh yeah.
What is going on,
Man,
all
this is
you
one of
people?
By the way, this is one of our weakest episodes.
It is.
I don't
It's
know why
great.
anyone's here right now.
Well, that's why they're here.
Yeah, it must be.
they're
They're
like-
here. Everyone just arrives to watch you fail.
We smelled the end
I could smell the blood in the
like
water.
vultures. Yeah.
There wouldn't even be anything left of the Ocean Gate people.
Yeah.
For like fish to feed on.
Oh
really.
yeah, no, it's
Like,
gone.
It's all just like it's all cooked.
Yeah.
just-
Well, and that's assuming that all of it's going to even make it out of the can.
Right, that's true.
You know.
You could bring that thing up like a crab, like a crab trap,
That's it.
and then just have fucking dinner for days.
That's it. Dinner for days.
Dinner for days. And it's cold down there too. It's like a refrigerator.
It is. Yeah, I'll keep them fresh. That's good.
Now it's just the one Matt show, the one man Matt show, or the one Matt man show.
Depends upon how much money everybody.
This is why
has.
we need 2 Matts, because if you just watched me rant, it would be the most annoying thing. There's only one person on this earth that's has the misfortune of dealing with that,
Yeah,
and fortunately, it can only be one person. So,
that's right.
yep.
Sometimes we trade, but
Sometimes it's just Matt's got the misfortune. Sometimes Allison's got the misfortune.
well, it's okay. It's her turn now.
That's right.
I've done it long enough.
Sorry.
That's right. That's right. Luckily, we have the same birthday, so it's the same. Or it's practically just a matter of
pretty much.
hours.
It's literally just a matter of a few hours.
Yeah. All right. So there's not too much translation that needs to happen.
Yeah, no.
We can just kind of look at each other and be like,
Mm-hmm. See this motherfucker? He's still on one.
You know what I'm thinking, and I know what you're thinking, and we're just gonna have to do this. We just have to push him off the boat. All right, let's do some weird news.
Let's do it.
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah!
Weird news on the Kickstarter net.
Help me, Tom Cruise! Tom Cruise used a witchcraft on me to get the fire off me! Oh, help me, Oprah Winfrey! Ah!
A tarantula enjoys a fine chewing gum. The human torch is denied a bank loan. The arsonist has partnership.
And now with this week's weird news, here's Mitch.
Alrighty, so here we go. Let me get the slides up here, and we have to retire our gay robot son because he's going to
Oh,
be
I'm sorry.
standing.
He'll
be
stay gay all year.
Yes,
but
that's right. He's here. We'll
He's
bring
gone.
him. We'll bring him back up at the
he's
end.
not going on in the closet.
No,
but he's
no,
not,
no.
He's
Yeah.
not going to be front and center
That's
anymore.
right. Yeah, he's going to take a back seat at this particular juncture. Okay, so here we go for our first story.
Let's see what these wacky fuckers are up to.
Speaking of Black Mirror,
Oh, okay. What the fuck?
the episode of Black Mirror follows the titular character Annie Murphy when she discovers her life has been turned into a prestige drama without her consent by fictionalized version of Netflix called Streamberry. Okay, so we talk about that. Turns out when she signs into Streamberry's terms and conditions, which like most of us, she never read it. Okay. She consented for the streaming service to turn her private life into an AI-generated drama.
So I just want to point out really quickly that there is no world where that would actually fly.
Well,
That would be a legal nightmare.
yeah, of course.
When I was watching it, I paused and I was like, "This would never."
No,
There isn't enough.
not
That-
in America.
That is too much suspense too much disbelief to suspend right there. But I went along with it. Anyways,
not for people who are terrified of AI. It's not.
that's true.
Who
You just
don't
have to take
yeah.
the little leap with
That's
it.
all you got to do. So Joan ends up losing her partner, blah, 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 blah. Well, to coincide with the new season, Netflix launched an actual Streamberry website,
Oh wow.
which gave fans of Charlie Booker's anthology series the opportunity to upload their pictures, create personalized posters, and profiles for their own. Okay.
Oh wow.
And so they were then
You
taken
can live it.
and turned into these billboards. And it
These
wasn't
are real billboards.
Yes, and it
Huh.
wasn't just humans who were awful. Moriarty, a dog with massive ears, and
Mhm.
Gracie, a cat, were also stars of their own prestige dramas. Apparently,
Aw.
so there
I
you
would
go.
say full of Oz rather than awful.
What's that?
Full of Oz.
Full of Oz, full of
Aw.
paws,
Full pause.
full of paws.
It gives me pause.
Well,
How
that's
much?
what
how
gives you
aw-
pause
how
about
many
how full of
Oz?
paws these alls are.
Welcome to Dr. Seuss's story time.
Right, exactly.
Dr. Seuss is coming back from the dead. He's the first person that we're raising from the dead.
Yeah, that's.
I
Well,
want more rhymes.
we're running out because we've been singing this fucking Mary Had a Little Lamb song for fucking ever.
Do you know how angry he'd be if he was brought back to life just to do poems? And
Oh
shit?
man, well,
Kids'
and
poems.
I think he was extremely conservative.
Mhm.
He was-
He hated freedom,
Yep.
children. He
Yep.
hated kids.
That's
he
why.
only did the rhymes just so that people wouldn't bother him.
Yep, I would
'Cause of
rather
his
have a stretched out
radical
cat
opinions.
run this country because at least he would keep things in the lines. It's all about the coloring palette. But that wasn't just humans. So a member of our team had spotted one of the billboards out in the real world. So it's not just something Netflix had joked and mocked up on Photoshop. So in fairness to the streamer, when uploading your picture, users are giving fair warning that you might even end up on a billboard if you're not
Mhm.
watching out.
Well, so that is within the realm of possibilities.
Right.
But the whole like taking every aspect of a person's personal life and gathering the data while it listens to you and
Yeah.
like all that would be a whole legal nightmare because at that point it's like there'd be like a defamation of character loophole
Mm-hmm.
that you couldn't.
Oh, sure. Well, that's what I mean.
There's
Like,
no way-
there's
because-
always some way to litigate it in America.
Yeah,
We can
yeah.
always sue you for it, whatever it
that's
is.
true. And the guy's British though, so I'll give him a pass on that. Although it takes place in America, so
That's right.
you know.
Yeah. So welcome to our world.
I-
That's what happens. You're just looking at this country from the other side of the pond through binoculars. You think,
Mhm,
well, I can do whatever I want over there. Streets are paved with gold.
mhm. And there's guns in everybody's pocket.
Everybody's got a gun.
Pants are sold
Everybody's
with guns in
angry.
them.
They're sold. Yeah, that's the only thing that keeps them up. They use
Mhm.
those for belt buckles.
That's right. The holsters are belts.
Well, and that's probably the reason why a woman who claims she was robbed at gunpoint by a man before he then ordered her to add him to Facebook and asked her out on a date. Can you believe it? I can't believe this girl wanted that kind of attention.
My therapist told me to try to make an impression.
Yes, well, this guy
figured, what better
definitely hopefully he didn't shoot his shot. But according to the
it's not. Let me tell you something. If she were to agree to that date based on this picture, it's not the first of her bad decisions.
Right. That's right. That's the way it goes. Yeah. But according to Amber Buron, Damian Boyce even offered to pay her back for the robbery because she was, quote, pretty, and asked her on Facebook if she'd like to, quote, chill out with him.
This is the most insane shit. He
is
held her
America.
at gunpoint.
Yeah.
To add him on Facebook.
Yep.
So he could continue to harass her.
Yeah, exactly right.
At least she got his name.
Let's keep this going.
I mean, like, that's the craziest fucking thing. That's, oh my God, go on.
And these blonde ends tell me that she's into it. So
she probably is into it.
If you're, I might, yeah. So anyhow, if you're trying to get a date, perhaps there are better ways to meet people than holding them at gunpoint and taking their money. It's just a thought, but it's not the best strategy, according to the person who wrote this article, who thinks that they're witty and need to make that commentary. Amber was just checking the mailbox outside her home in Indianapolis on May 8th. So this was last month, when a man approached her and pulled out a gun. She said the man forced her to hand over all of her cash and then demanded that she befriend him on Facebook.
Who's carrying a lot of money when they go out to check the mail?
That's
you know,
Mom, I'm going to get the mail. Where did you put my wallet?
Oftentimes,
just in case I get stopped.
I don't have anything on me when I go to check the mail. You're lucky if I'm wearing fully clothed.
I rarely am.
Yeah,
rarely
just
fully
slap
clothed.
the robe on and get out there and get it.
That's it. You're on my property, and you made a decision because there's a lot of signs.
Oh yeah,
and you decided to be here, and you're in a jungle, baby. You're going to die. Okay,
you're at least going to see an eyeful of something that you didn't bargain for.
You're going to be wishing you were living James Cameron's wet dream. So after refusing wait a minute. So he then messaged her on Facebook and told her she was too pretty to rob.
Did he still rob her though, or was?
Yes. Speaking to the local TV station, Amber recalled he took the gun out of his pocket to show me what was going on. He said, "Let me in your house." I did not do that. So after refusing entry to the house, Amber gave him around $100 in cash, but that wasn't enough for the criminal, who insisted. Sorry, it was Dad. So all while holding the gun, that she become a Facebook connection with him. Whoever wrote this article must be like 60 years old.
Oh, for sure.
They wanted to form a Facebook connection together. Obviously, she agreed. What are you going to do? Say no? So I thought maybe I add him on Facebook and he would leave, and he actually did. However, flirtatious messages started coming through, claiming that he'd pay her back because she's pretty. One message said, "Look, I know I'm going to pay you back. It's a fucked up way to meet someone, but damn, you was too pretty to rob." Riddle with spelling errors, okay? I'm trying my best to read, but that's the gist of what he said.
I'm hoping that she had got those piercings under duress as well. Because
hopefully he did it.
Yeah.
Let's hope he did it, because otherwise, like I say, I've seen people like this before.
Oh yeah.
I'm familiar with the mold.
Mm-hmm.
Good old mold 344-917. It's a classic, and it's very popular in very small homes that have wheels beneath skirting. So the next message came through. "Come chill with me. I swear I'm not that type of guy."
I mean, does this guy have any clue about what a first impression means?
Apparently not. No. This time she responded, "Listen, I do have a man. You can't do that. LOL.
You can't
Right?
do that."
And he said, "I wish you the best, though. THO. So there you go.
I wish you the best, though.
That's it. So and
I mean, did the man ever?
Juan, she does. Juan saying he just wanted to see if she had other piercings. And I'm saying she does.
Yeah,
Juan.
yeah. She's got another snake bite down below.
That's right.
She's been bit by a snake.
She's been bit a few times. Sometimes it's dark when they forget to turn the light on.
She's been dick down in the Van Dyke.
Let me tell you what, she's got a bus pass for the
Dick Van Dyke's Van Dickin' Club.
I can't wait to make this for the Redbubble shop. Oh man! So he really tried to rob me of my own things, but he took away my sense of safety from my own home. It makes me a little on edge knowing that people just walk up and down the street looking for places to commit crimes. It makes a little difference when you hear noises at night. So Boyce has been charged with gunpoint robbery and is currently out on bail bond for $7,500.
Well, good. I'm glad he got picked up. And you know what this highlights? Honestly, this highlights a mentality that's more common, that is more common than you think.
Yes.
And it doesn't usually have a literal gun pointed, but this, like, guys will do this kind of crazy shit where they find someone on Facebook or online and they'll just harass, and like they're entitled to do this. And
right.
It is insane.
Yeah, exactly right.
It is insane.
It's just because of the mixed messages that they get about what they're supposed to do, but then they take that on as their personality, and then it turns into this. Then you might as well be underwater in a submarine.
That's right. I wish that people like that would just get turned into meat paste.
I hope so.
I mean, what I'm saying is there aren't enough poorly built submarines, and there's not enough interest at looking at the grave of an
There's gotta be another way. There's gotta be another way. And let me tell you what that way is. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Nope. It's a jet suit delivering Domino's pizza to festival goers. So everybody,
do you really want this guy rolling up on you? Like, what's propelling him up there? And there's no way that the air coming out of those jets is cool or refreshing. It's probably gonna shoot. It's probably gonna sear your leg right off. I almost
died when I saw this.
This guy looks so reluctant. He looks like, oh my god,
like I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
He looks like if Tiger Woods didn't do well in court.
I'm pretty sure that is Tiger Woods because I don't think he did well in court. Ever been to a festival, been stuck behind a slog of queue at the overpriced food truck, only to be charged a fortune for the world's meatless burger with a side of super soggy fries? Well, look no further than our good friends, old reliable Domino's. Whether you're a pepperoni passion lover or a veggie supreme kind of person, any aficionados, and they made a pun there, but I refuse to acknowledge it aside from in duress, out there will be beaming to know that Domino's has partnered with Gravity Industries to be the first pizza company to deliver to the world via jet suits.
This whole story reads like we're being sponsored by Domino's.
It sounds like we are, and I love it because this is the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen.
Also,
listen, these are fucking jet turbines that this guy has on his arms, and if one of those malfunctions, he's gonna go flying through the sky like a rag doll. And I pray that somebody whips their phone out so we can see that. Well, with festival season now full swing, Domino's is trialing out the world's first suit that can deliver pizzas by jetpack. So with the festivals kicking off on June 21st, so 6 days ago, hungry music revelers can now order a pizza which will literally be flown to them like something out of a cheesy sci-fi movie.
First of all, comparing Domino's pizza to other disappointing foods is a disservice to disappointing foods, because Domino's pizza is dog shit pizza. I'm sorry if you like Domino's pizza. It is never better than your local pizza chain. It is never better than a local pizza shop.
I'm just waiting for them to be like, listen, I was a big TMNT fan when I was a kid. We got the van with the pizza shooter on top. We're just going to shoot these pies into the ground.
Right in their mouth. Right Open up, fuckers. Get out here. It's like Woodstock. You two fucking in the mud. Open up. Open wide.
Open up, you horse.
Open more than just your legs and introduce this pizza into your mouth and into your heart. Your arteries will be clogged by the end of this festival.
Eat a slice of my pie.
God help me. God is my
And
witness.
While he's up there firing this machine gun full of pizzas. May God have mercy on their souls. Like he's napalming in Vietnam again. Yep, that's it. Well, so Sam Wilson of Domino's said, when we realized pitching
Isn't
up.
that wait a minute. Sam Wilson is the name of the Falcon from Marvel.
Yes. He also
Who
works for
flies?
Domino's in between movies. Yeah.
That's why now
Yeah.
its color scheme, it's not Captain America.
No.
Its color scheme is red, white, and blue
It's
for
Dom-
Domino's. Fuck you.
You assume I'm a patriot. I
Mm-mm.
just am a pizza lover.
Mm-mm.
I have a,
You know what? Do you know what never owned slaves? A pizza.
Domino's. That's who.
I got your next ad campaign
We-
right here,
that's right.
Domino's.
TM.
Domino's, the least racist thing you can put in your mouth.
We never owned a single slave. We've paid everybody all along.
That's America,
my
baby.
God, that's it. That's it. Oh, Jesus, what's going on here? I know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
It
Sam,
doesn't have a perfect history, but it definitely has enough room for
That's right.
others to have a perfect
lots
history.
of room to grow inside. Yep. I'm just like that. Never mind. Let's make a Dick Van Dyke joke. So Sam Wilson of Domino's said we were realizing, realizing pitching up the service slices inside the festival was impossible. We certainly can't serve pizza inside of this festival. That was the conclusion that this guy got to. We took the inspiration from the year's headliner to launch our own rapid delivery trial. It was really a bit of a no-brainer. Apparently, it fucking wasn't. You didn't think about more than like 3 seconds. They're like, well, the guy's over there and the person they're getting over there, and there's a whole bunch of people in the way. What do we do? Can he jump? Well, not that far. What if he has a rocket strapped to his wrist? Well, how's he going to get the pizza out? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Mm.
Maybe he has a giant fucking
But he'll-
cooler on his back.
He'll land, they'll grab it, it'll be the honor
That's right.
system.
That's
They'll,
right.
they'll grab
Take
just
your pizza.
exactly
It's
one pizza.
there's folders in there. Just make sure you look. It's my last name. That's because that's how we do it.
Let's also occupy all of his limbs so he has no recourse if anyone steals from him or tries to take him down.
He's just like, hey, he starts to take off. He's like, that's not yours. And he lowers back down to the ground.
he just points the jet at them and he's like, add me on Facebook. You pretty girl.
I
want,
will blow you away.
I could definitely see more than a pizza in your mouth tonight.
That's it. Let me tell you what. You think this is hot.
Hot and
You
ready.
think these jets are hot.
You think this will burn your tongue? Just wait.
Oh, my God.
Now I feel like the submarine people. I can hear the rain pouring down
They
outside.
got out just in time. Yeah. Well, let's see. There is a fan in the window over there, but we'll see. We'll see if there's a power outage as a result. We'll find out. But anyhow, so we wanted to take a giant step towards our trial and our very own Rocket Man service to help hungry campers get a slice of sky high satisfaction in the future.
Pie in the
so-
sky.
Yes.
I mean, that's what their delivery the flyer
It's the
should
whole
have slapped on his branding on his big old pizza box. By the way, what the fuck is he wearing on the back? It looks like they converted a
Igloo
mailbox.
cooler.
It looks like they converted a public mailbox into a goddamn Domino's.
It looks like,
holder.
and then look at him flying away. It's like it's a fucking rocket
He
launcher.
looks
Is
like
what
he's
it
being
is.
raptured.
This looks like
It's
something
like
from a
they're-
Rambo movie that just wrapped in blue plastic.
Yeah, he looks like a Hydra agent.
Woo! It is really
Yeah,
coming
it's
down out there.
Hey,
Yeah.
this is the
That's right.
soothing.
Yeah, take a little
hour.
take a little Zen moment.
Nice. That's nice. I hope you can hear that. That's the nice pitter patter of a summer rainstorm. That's for your listening pleasure. Are we wet in here? Are we Ocean Gate in here?
Oh,
or-
we're good.
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah. The pressure
all
the
right.
pressure is
the,
been
the window
I
fan
shut-
held up.
Yeah, the window fan's fine. It was just a little wet, and I shut the window. Now everything's fine. That one's okay. It's not going to come in there because
The Mad Cast controller
That's
on
right.
the other hand.
We got not as good.
It didn't hold up
Not
as
as good. Yeah, we're definitely not as good of a
well.
situation.
It's got. I knew it was wrong when I could hear the jig, like the shaking inside.
It really,
Something.
that really is the dead giveaway. Once you have that little sprinkle, it's
Mhm.
like something is leaking happening in here. Gets worse and worse. Well, but being able to exceed the average delivery time by flying through the air, and feed campers with pizza, delivery experts clearly show that the future of fast delivery service is only going up.
Also, these people are all dressed in like shorts and t-shirts, and this man is covered head to toe in like some kind of a flight suit. There's no way, and he's also surrounded by hot jets that are and it's got
Completely.
hot pizza on his back.
Yeah.
This
completely.
man is his balls are wetter than the remains of the
Yeah,
people in
but
the
look
Ocean
at the
Gate
legs.
submarine.
So
on the
I
bottom of the Atlantic.
think he's dry as a bone. I think he's cool as a cucumber in there.
because the airflow.
Yeah, look how puffed out it is. I think
It is
that's full of
puffy.
air. I think he's.
Well, it gets cold up high.
Exactly
I guess that's
right.
True.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Elevation.
They don't give him a wool hat or anything. He's just rocking that baseball cap.
Yeah.
He's like, this will be fine. I'm only generating like hundreds of miles an hour of wind so that I can lift myself off the ground. Not that that's just going to catch the bill of this fucking baseball cap and blow it off or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. He's got that thing snapped real tight on his head.
I hope you've got your covered. I hope the insurance covers fucking jet pack guys.
Is this more or less embarrassing than a sign flipper?
This is less embarrassing because it's
Oh.
more dangerous. Yeah.
At least it's kind of badass.
Yeah, exactly right.
You
Yeah.
can tell your date who you coerced into meeting you from
That's
Facebook.
that's exactly right. Yeah.
all about how cool you are because you can fly.
She's like hanging onto his leg. He's like, I could show you the world. Fuck.
Got lost another one.
Anybody else like pizza?
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Well, the rain's
Oh.
appropriate. The Florida Sheriff's Department and a motorist are lucky to be alive after they were sucked into a flooded storm drain during a torrential downpour
Oh.
that drug underwater for around 30 seconds before emerging.
Whoa. Wait. What was drug underwater?
The people, they were drugged underwater.
for 30 seconds.
Yeah, before emerging
Damn. They could
Yes.
have drowned in that time.
on the complete other side of the highway.
Whoa.
So Deputy William Hollingsworth was helping stranded drivers amid the rapid rising waters earlier on Friday when he saw the motorist disappear beneath the surface. Hollingsworth rushed. It's as great as ambiance.
I love it. It's a perfect.
Hollingsworth rushed to his aid without regard for his own safety. The pair traveled nearly 100 feet under lanes of Highway 98. Simmons said the episode was recorded on the deputy's body camera.
Oh shit.
I'm sure that was some very clear footage, but nonetheless, although underwater portion of the video is completely dark, filled with only muffled sounds of rushing water. After emerging on the other side, Hollingsworth calls out to the driver while wading towards him, shouting out, "Buddy, I got you! Oh, Jesus!"
Oh, my God.
red, blue lights.
Give him
for the
Leo's
police
Oscar.
that's right. That's right. Take it back. Taking them all back. So the motorist, who wasn't identified by name, yells, "I almost died." They hold each other as they
I
head
felt
back
like a
across the water.
billionaire for just
That's
one
right. That's
second.
right. I know what it feels like to make all that money.
For 50 seconds, there was
I've
monsters
never
on the
held my breath like that in my life, the deputy said to the man. Me neither, the other man said. Other law enforcement officers arrived and the pair recounted their experience. Thank you, man, for being there when I came out. He's like, that's the second time I said it. First time was the doctor who delivered me. When I came out, you were right behind me. I hope that's I said the same thing. Later, sitting in a law enforcement vehicle, the driver gives the deputy a firm handshake. He's like, you know what? Let's take that hug back.
Thank you.
Let's dial that down a little bit. I was
I'm
wet.
gonna calm down. I got a little scared.
I was just a
I
little.
thought I was gonna die.
I was out of myself.
I thought I was gonna see the bones of the
Yeah.
Titanic under there.
That's right. I was looking for him. And all I saw was your hand.
This thing is. This is gonna be me later when I'm driving home.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're gonna be drowning. Yeah. Yep. It's all about the quick wick system. You gotta get the water off as quick as possible. But they said that's an experience for a life, and I appreciate you. He said to the officer.
Experience for a life.
Yes, that's experience for life.
That's very misspoken.
Well, they were under duress.
To be honest, though, to be fair, if
they
I was
were very wet.
if
So-
I was ever quoted on record and it wasn't, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It wasn't on this show. If I was quoted on record and like in the news or something that somebody would
right,
hear,
right.
I would, with 100% certainty, I would bank it all
Yep.
that I would misspeak and I'd sound like a fucking idiot
Keep it short.
because I know
Yeah,
how
fuck
dumb
off.
I
We
am.
had to get them at, yeah, this.
fuck off.
Yeah, how about this?
No comment.
I'm going to quote Richard Belzer. Fuck you. How about that? Last words.
We'll be right back with a word from our sponsors.
That's right. And I'll tell you who our sponsors are. This is straight out of a Zelda
I
side quest.
recognize that goddamn
Okay.
chicken.
I put that chicken in there.
Immediately.
It's because this is it's pertinent to the story. Yes, but yes, I feel like back on Lon Lon Ranch. So
That's going to be the end song.
it's got to be.
Mhm.
So a man who is looking to find his chickens.
Oh man, the Song of Storms, right?
Song of Storms, and there it is coming through. Yeah, that's right.
Go ahead. Go
Yes.
ahead. Continue. You may proceed.
Oh, what's that? C up, right, left. So, anyhow,
I'm picturing it in my brain right now, how to do it.
So I got to go to the pause screen. I always forget what it is. The man who was looking to find his chickens accidentally stumbled across an ancient city that was once home to 20,000 people.
What the fuck?
It's like, where did these fucking chickens go? What in the hell?
Honestly, this should have been the premise for the new Indiana Jones
I
movie.
would say it would be far more valid. I guess they just needed some plot line. They're like, all right, maybe do we find Harrison Ford down here? Is that why he's so old? We got to figure out a way to work this into the story because he can't do much. So there's a lot to unpack here, but just for a second, try to understand what it must have been like for a Turkish guy to just be chasing after a chicken,
Mhm.
trying to find him. He's missing.
It's nugget time, and
It's-
he's working on this
He's like,
dinner.
I've got this barbecue sauce and it's separating because I did not make it right. I didn't use any lectin powder and all the ingredients or turn them into separate pieces, and they're it looks like olive and oil and water and Popeye. It's a mess. It's a mess in there. Where's this chicken? And then
it's distressing me. I'm confused now.
or you finally this is the situation you have to imagine yourself in, and you're Turkish. That's important. And
You're
then
so used to that ice cream guy just
Every
stealing
day.
the fucking scoops away from you and the cones away from you. You're frustrated as fuck. All you wanted to do was eat some fucking chicken.
it's all you. It's it. You made one request,
Mhm.
a single one, and this is what happened. So there's the man kept noticing that his chickens were going missing. All right. Here in the States, we'd say chupacabra. It's
Oh, yeah.
they're crossing the border. We need to
Mhm.
build a wall. And so so they when he would search for them, they found him looking into a basement. But instead of finding chickens, he found an ancient city named Elengubu. Okay, that's spelled Elengubu.
Oh my god! How did they even have a name for it already, though? Like, this is so weird. that-
Well, obviously this has been excavated because there's lights and shit in here now.
oh, I see. But he just happens to live so close to it.
I guess. Well, or near enough that the chickens got there.
Yeah.
Right.
Did the chickens discover it and put those lights up?
Yeah. Well, they must have. Yeah,
That's what I'm
they have a whole system. They're all the little alcoves have different nests,
Yeah.
and so this city had previously been lost.
Oh, so they lost track of it?
It's like one guy's like, it was right here.
I swear to God, it was. I got all turned around at the fork in the
God
road.
damn it! I did not. I promise I did not. We've got 9 people on this trip. I don't know what's going on.
It's the rain. It's the
they're all- it's
soothing
gotta
rain
be.
sounds and the
I don't-
thunder.
What is going
We need to
on?
we need to just have that
Yeah.
artificially
It's
in the
all
background
about
of
the
all of our
ambience.
episodes.
Yeah, you have to have it.
Probably
Well,
because they can't go anywhere, right? Because it's
Yeah,
raining.
I guess so. Yeah, they're stuck inside, so like mine as well. Well, the chickens, it turned out, were going through a hole in the wall in the bottom of the anonymous man's house. Okay, so this guy, he's like, I don't care what's downstairs. I'm a 1-floor kind of guy. I don't believe
I
in
meant
stairs.
to buy a rancher.
Stairs are against my religion. So whatever's down there, they're just gonna
Probably
have
that
to deal
ice
with
cream
it.
guy.
That's right. It might
I
be.
don't want to face another
If he
one.
wants to yell loud enough and keep the ice cream cold enough, maybe I'll dip a hand down there or something, drop him a bucket. So he set, so the chick, so we got that part. So he set about knocking it down. Okay, this hole where the chickens were going.
Because he's got it. He's got to face his fears.
Yeah,
and betray his
he's like,
religion and get down there and get those
got to
fucking
get
chickens.
these nuggets.
All these nuggets I've
So-
been missing out on for
That's
weeks.
right. There's this guy. He's back at my apartment
I hear
waiting for me.
clucking.
Yeah, Pride Month's almost over, and then this is going to be really weird. And so I have to. I told him we'd have nuggets for our Netflix and chill. And he's probably got a gun because I've been hearing about the dating scene recently. I got to figure this out. So he set about knocking down the wall, discovering a tunnel on the other side, which took him through another tunnel. And then once he escaped from that tight space, a historical find waited for him.
Okay, so there's a certain amount of insanity going on where this guy is proceeding like closer and closer to something that's very terrifying.
I hope he hears chickens, because if he's not following the cluck of chickens and he's just randomly going down the tunnel, he's like, I'm tired of fucking chasing these chickens all the time. I'm going to go down and kiss the devil. At least he'll kill me. Whatever I have to do.
Nothing
I'm
is worse than
so
losing so
tired
many
of this.
chickens.
Yeah.
In my life, this is the worst thing that could happen. Nothing awaits me down here that is
it's just worse
less
and worse.
preferable future.
So we don't exactly know what happened to the chickens, but we can realistically fear the worst at this point, of course. But we know what happened to the city of Ellen Gubu. Nowadays, it's called Denrikuyu.
It's equally difficult to pronounce.
Yes, exactly right. It's
I like Ellen Gubu better.
It's 280 feet below the ground.
Damn.
Okay.
That's way down there.
Yeah. So it's believed to be the largest underground city that's ever been excavated and could have been home to as many as 20,000 people on 2 different levels.
Man, okay, how ancient are we talking here?
So I don't know. Oh, okay. So we're going to get to that. It's believed to be where I said that part. There's public areas, homes, schools, a church, and just about everything you'd need for an underground city. Since it was discovered, they found 200 smaller cities around there in the area.
What the fuck?
All right. Although there's still, just always I think you should leave. See, it's going through my head right now. So in the area, what the fuck? It's 2 different ones. Although there's still a lot to be excavated, they've only gone through about 40 meters of the tunnel so far.
Oh man, so there's still more undiscovered.
There's more.
I see. So
the chickens still have hope. That's what we're saying.
Yes, the chickens are down there. They may be running the show now.
Yeah,
that's what we're considering.
That's exactly right.
There's a colonel among them, and he's.
Allison says, "I feel like he just found the Fraggles or something like that." It's down Fraggle Rock.
It pretty much is Fraggle Rock, and he's coming at it. I understand now why it's partly a discovery, because that's probably he connected it, but it was like it's like the map in Zelda, by the way.
Yeah,
where you don't have enough of the it's all in the fog.
Yeah, for the dungeons. Yeah,
and then you end up going to the place that you needed to
exactly
explore.
Right. So and then you find the map, and you're like, "What the fuck do I need this for?" Now?
He's gonna open a chest. There'll be all his chickens. Will be in there.
Yep, and that's exactly how it's gonna work. Juan says it looks like the home of Chester Copperpot. It definitely does.
It does, yeah.
He's down there. He's waiting underneath of a giant rock.
And Kihei Kwan, he doesn't need to be there anymore.
Nope, not
because
anymore.
He's finally getting his due.
He's like, up here, it's my time, finally. So the
Corey Feldman's still down there.
Corey Feldman is down there until MonsterCon. Then they're going to bring him up on Troy's bucket. So the city seems to date back between the 15th century BCE and the 7th century BCE.
Holy fuck, that's old as hell,
it's
dude.
a long time ago.
Do you know what I would have done if I was this guy? I wouldn't have told a soul.
Fuck no.
I would get 2 red LED lights and put them in a place where you would reasonably assume people would be coming towards.
Right, exactly. Just the end of a really long tunnel or something like that.
Yep.
And just have them so that they blink every once in a while.
Yes.
It's just a little bit of a loose connection. Oh, what a missed opportunity. And he could store all his porn down there and everything. So anyhow, so
put a monster down there to guard all your porn. That's good enough for 220,000
like a dragon and a troll all in one. Well, despite the disagreement on the architects of the town, there is a general consensus that the underground metropolis served to hide its inhabitants from their enemies. Okay. So it's a bomb shelter, essentially.
But like that, I mean, the extent of it
Yeah.
right? Where it hasn't even been fully explored yet.
Right.
That had to have taken them so long.
Yeah.
But we forget a lot of times because our life seems to go so quickly and things move so fast in our modern life.
Sure.
There is so much fucking history.
Well, and
of
also
humanity.
because of how short of a time we've been here on this continent.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
because when we talk about old buildings, we're talking a couple hundred years. But
Right.
when they say old buildings in Europe, they're talking about thousands of years.
Oh man,
So it's like you got there's a little bit of a differential there.
I mean, like 1,000 years was a correct amount of time for certain civilizations to have existed.
Yeah.
1,000 years.
Yeah.
We're on like 300 up here.
Yeah, it's more than 1,000 years though.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
talking about?
thousands upon.
Oh yeah, thousands of years.
When
Yeah,
you
yeah.
think of the span of time of 1,000 years for
Right.
a society to exist,
Oh,
in,
yeah,
that
sure.
is now just
Mhm.
dust.
Mhm.
It's just a
completely
memory.
gone.
It's completely wiped
If a
off.
memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right.
Fucking crazy, man.
That's only the people who had written records are the only memories that
Exactly.
we've got left. So anyhow, let's see here. The purpose was especially crucial during the Byzantine Empire when Christians were fleeing from the Roman persecutors. When the Christians got to this area and discovered the city, they expanded and modified its existing structures by adding churches, schools, wineries, and chambers that suited their needs.
Nice.
You know what that means.
This guy's house just got a lot bigger.
Yeah. He's
That's what
like,
I'm hearing.
He's like, sweet, extra real estate.
Hell yeah.
It's like Airbnb time.
This is like 100% like the premise of Barbarian.
Yeah, right. Well, it's estimated that Denriku could sustain up to 20,000 inhabitants and their animals at a single go. It could have continued until the early 1920s, until Christians in that area were forced to move to Greece. So eventually the idea that the area will be open to tourists, that's the plan for it. Hopefully they'll find some more fascinating stuff down there as excavation is continuing.
Man.
So there you go. Keep an eye out for those cuckoos, and I'm sure.
Keep looking for
Don't
the
chop
chickens.
at them, though.
Mm-mm.
Jesus Christ! Did you ever do that in Zelda?
What, slash at 'em?
Ocarina
Of
Time?
course, yeah,
If you
not
cut
at
them up
all.
a bunch and they chase you, and you got to
Mhm.
run away from them,
Yeah.
peck you to death.
I mostly would just pick them up over my head and float off buildings.
Right. That was the best part.
That
You
was
got
the-
the flights.
that was the key.
Felt like Dick Van Dyke for a minute.
That's right.
Well, tying up an old story, Matt. It's time.
Oh, I remember this one.
It's finally come through. The owner of an auto repair shop who paid a former employee with 91,500 oily pennies has been ordered by a judge to pay nearly 4 million more cents, not dollars.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. A federal judge ruled that Miles Walker, who owns A.OK. Walker Auto Works in Peachtree City in Georgia, owes $39,934 to 9 workers who were unpaid overtime and damages.
Wow, dude. First of all, huge dick move to
Yep.
pay your employee in greasy pennies.
There you go.
What a fucking that takes so much effort. The pettiness of it is
Yep.
like almost unprecedented.
Exactly right. Well, attorneys for Walker agreed that the payments to settle a civil lawsuit brought by the U.S. Labor Department that accused Walker of retaliating against former employees in 2021. After Flatten complained that the agency, after Flatten filed a complaint with the agency saying Walker owed him a final $915 paycheck, the employer dumped the amount in oil-covered pennies in his driveway. Just in case you don't remember that story. The mountain of loose change came as a pay stub signed with an expletive, and there you go. You can see it on the screen there. He had a little check there that just says, fuck you.
And
on
it's
it.
all
There you are.
it's all oily
Yeah, it's all
on
oily
the
from the
envelope.
pennies, yeah. At least he used clean oil, it looks like. But after Flatten filed a complaint, or did that, the Labor Department said further investigation found that Walker's business had also violated overtime provisions with the Federal Fair Standard and Labor Act. The judge on June 16th signed a consent order in which Walker agreed to pay nearly $8,700 more to Flatten in owed overtime and damages. 8 other workers are also to receive amounts between $14,640 and $513 within the next year. So the court has sent a clear message to employers: don't give your employees their paychecks in oil-covered pennies.
Stop drawing attention to yourself if you know you're doing the wrong thing.
Just in
you
case.
stupid motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly
I mean,
right.
this is just a rule, like a rule of thumb here.
Yeah,
Don't draw a lot of attention
if
to
you're going to
yourself.
be an asshole, cover your tracks.
Be an
okay?
asshole to somebody face to face where they can't
That's
document it.
Exactly right.
Christ.
And make sure that you're in a area with bad service.
That's right.
Right. And
No
set
cameras
off an
around.
EMP first.
hmm
Maybe pull a gun and ask him to add you on Facebook.
Hey, look, these are all things that the effort would have been a little bit more
Better suited.
conducive to getting away with what you did.
You got to do it right.
Dumping greasy pennies in your employee's driveway saying
Yeah.
fuck you. I mean, that is so incredible. I'm sure I had the same reaction when we covered this the first time, but
Yes.
it's so incredibly petty to
Mhm.
just like you could have just wrote the guy a goddamn check instead of
You could've.
begrudgingly. You're still throwing the money away.
Exactly right.
Like, isn't that just
He spent the time of going to get all those pennies because he didn't fucking have them.
no?
on site.
That's so like involved
Yeah.
to do that.
He sent this guy that's behind him in the picture. He's like, go to the bank, get all this in pennies.
that guy looks like if Josh Brolin's soul had been given sentience. That's what goes on inside of him. After
That's exactly how
all
it
the
looks.
veneer, the facade of his life
Yep.
being this perfect kind of a tribute to joy and nature and his
Dry and
family and stuff.
wrinkled up.
He's beef jerky underneath of that
Oh,
shit.
man, you
I
know it.
promise you. He
You
has
know
more
it.
in common with Thanos than anyone else that he's ever played because
That's
at
it.
least his fucking head got removed
Yeah.
from his body, just like how his entire self
Yep.
it doesn't even coexist with his own flesh anymore.
He doesn't. There's
he's
no
he's so
connection.
pretend. He's so pretend. He just like zapped himself out of his this world.
He's gone. He's completely gone. You think you can find him? He's underground in some ancient city.
He's a memory now.
He's down there. He is the red eyes that are glowing at the end of that tunnel. That's Josh Brolin down there.
and he's hungry for something real.
Oh, let me tell
He
you what.
hasn't felt something real in so long. He takes ice baths every morning.
He's-
I follow him on Instagram. Takes ice baths every morning. I don't, dude. Why is everyone trying to tell you to take a bath in ice?
Juan's also saying we're on our third Goonie now. By the way,
We are. We are. It's been the Goonies theme all night.
as it always
long,
is. Good
baby.
enough. It's good enough for me. It's good enough.
Good enough.
Yeah. Oh whoa. So
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, no, you've got it's a complete and utter mess, just like this fucking microphone. But it's just falling apart.
Here, come to the show every week and watch our lives fall apart before your
watch
eyes.
everything. We are chronicling the end. That's really what it is.
We're chronically bad.
We're chronicling.
chronicling.
Yes, the
Cor-
chronic of the end.
There's no chronic though. There's no weed here.
I just want to be full of chronic, but
Yeah, that'll
just
happen later.
Chronic knee pain's already happened. The
Ugh.
chronic neck pain with the rain.
Dude, when I
It's-
wake up, it's like somebody hit me with a truck.
Somebody better say a little prayer for me.
Mhm.
That's all I say. Because if not, I'm not going to make it another day.
But I'll tell you what, the prayers have definitely come through for this guy who's owed a lot of money.
That's right. He finally made it. He finally got through this arduous journey of claiming his final paycheck.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was worth it all. Like as far as like, I think it was like $8,000. But it's nice to just see the comeuppance for
Yeah.
assholes.
Right,
I
absolutely.
like seeing assholes get what's due to them.
Yeah, it needs to
I
happen.
don't really believe in karma
Sure.
because there's just too much garbage out there that really make me feel like it exists.
Yeah, sure.
It's disproportionate. is all
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
right.
Because unless I'll believe in karma, if all those people in that Ocean Gate thing,
Yeah.
if they were all responsible for awful atrocities
Yeah.
and they got evaporated into like just fucking goo,
Do a little research.
then I'll backpedal a little bit on my beliefs.
And then I'll ask Leonardo DiCaprio if karma's real.
Mhm.
We'll just ask him because you've been down there. What's going on?
Cameron knows.
He knows intimately.
James Cameron.
That's where all his porn is.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
That's,
And we'll see you next time on another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
and Matt.
That's it.
And make sure you hide your porn somewhere
Keep
that
your
no one
friends
can
close.
get you.
Keep your porn closer.
That's right.
That's
And get close to it.
let me tell you.
Either
what,
in an ancient city,
one way or the other.
underneath the ocean, under the sea.
All right, everybody online. We got 4 still.
Hey, thanks for hanging
Hang
out
on.
with us.
I don't
I
know.
know it's two. I know the two who are normally here.
Yeah, we
Juan
got
and
Juan
Allison.
and Allison are here, but I don't know who everybody else is.
Well, thank you to whoever
yeah,
else is here.
thanks for tuning in.
God, if you
Thank
if
you
you
for
don't
being
have
a
anything to do
friend.
next weekend, I'm sorry, next Tuesday, find something to do.
Yeah,
But if you still got nothing to do and you just are feeling masochistic,
You
come
just-
on and listen to us. You know who I
We'll be
think should
here.
listen to our show? You ever heard
We'll
of
be
this
here.
David Goggins guy? I watched a lot of these like doom scroll videos. He's just this fucking maniac who's like, he just all he talks about is just like doing things because you can do them essentially. Like as far as like workouts, like he runs like 20 miles every day.
Like drinking milk through your nose.
Well, not so much like if that resulted in some sort of like exceptional physique, then he would do it. He's just crazy. He's just crazy.
I mean, I'm sure your lungs will filter out some of the calories or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
He, I think, is just a masochist.
yeah, it sounds
So
like it.
What I really want is for people like him to listen to this show
Yeah.
and to advertise it to other people who hate themselves, because that's our audience.
That's right. Joe Rogan already took a big chunk.
He's
of
already
people. What?
taking. Yeah, he's taking a lot of the stupid people.
That's it. Yeah. If you aren't like stoned out of your mind on psychedelic drugs presently, like in this moment,
Yeah.
then our show will give you a little bit of the same feel, the vibe, I guess is what it is.
We'll
that you get on
hurt
the
your brain.
experience.
Is what
That's the experience.
trying to
Yeah,
say.
yeah. We promise we're going to do it in a way different than Robert Wagner, though.
Oh yeah.
There's no water involved unless
No,
you go
we-
out in a storm. I mean, you know,
Mhm.
yeah, and
Your lungs won't fill up with water, but your brain will fill up with dumb.
yep, you're going to be full to the brim, full of dumb, just like us. We love you. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Happy Pride Month.
Pride Month!